Welcome back, folks, one and all, to Deus Ex, Invisible War, Streets of Trier, Germany. This guy can't stop walking around. It is awfully loud.
Maybe I should apply for a desk job.
Still better than the sound the pigeons make. With nothing else to do, I'm not gonna lie, folks. We are rapidly approaching endgame. I don't expect this stream to go to its full length because we will stop just before the final level. There are 4 endings, 5 if you count the joke ending, and I do want all those in one stream. That is what Sunday is for. Excuse me, not Saturday. That's what Sunday's stream is going to be for. It's going to be probably decently short because it's just going to be that last mission. But that is the way of it. That's the way of it. That's how this goes. Which means next week we will be starting Romancing Saga 2, which is the next game on the list. I did say I wanted that one high up the priority list because that one's been well anticipated by both me and other people. There's other games that are on the list that'll happen elsewhere, but definitely Romancing Saga 2.
Sorry, no access to the Black Gate without the proper clearance.
I talked to Chairman Dumier and he gave me the key.
Then you're cleared to pass.
Then let me pass. And so, we have to restore the teleporter. Huh. Right, I forgot these people would be here.
Impressive work taking down that bot. Is someone there? Oh my god.
Bombs away!
Huh. I was not expecting them to have repopulated.
Always on my shift.
That's very unfortunate for them. That's highly unfortunate for them. That's just highly unfortunate for them. Well, I guess if we're fast enough, we should just be able to... Ah, there it is. I mean, it's not entirely surprising that they're here. The Templars are a major organization. They did say they have enough forces that they roughly equal what the WTO has army-wise.
You've already turned on the generator, so now you must upload the sequencing module from the gate's control room.
Yes, that is true. Where was the gate control room? Oh, that was the one location up. Now there's the containment. That's not what we're looking for. I believe the control room was up, which I think was over here. Yes. The control room, which is up here.
This is the main control room. You should be able to install the sequencing module at the computer terminal. Wonderful. The device is operational. Now, Alex, breath and step inside. I'm willing to bet that this thing actually works.
Mr. Dumier. I don't think it should be rumbling, though. That seems like a problem. I think the Templars may be attempting something silly. Let's go!
Please, speak with me. I can explain what has come to pass. No more violence. We're all friends of JC.
Antarctica.
Peace. No more death. Yet more deviation from the plan. All was to arrive with the key, bringing the perfected genetic code. JC was to awaken to greet the new age. Instead, that woman came, followed soon after by the hateful ones. Where is Paul?
We don't know where Paul is.
I'll bet that your intruders are Billy Adams along with some Templar backup. After that, I have no idea what you're talking about.
When JC arrived, so many years ago, and the Versalite base fell silent, he took care of us. In return, we would maintain his habitat while he slept, and await Apostlegore's masterpiece. Paul was to accompany the key, but instead 2 keys have arrived, and Paul remains nowhere.
So where are the keys? The gate must use some sort of DNA fingerprinting.
I mean, we were
Both Billy and I have
told
taken
that
genetic
specifically,
code to be able to use it.
Alex.
Never about the training, was it? They were just perfecting the DNA.
And the gate has only brought us destruction. The hateful ones threaten, capture, and murder us. We can neither fulfill our duties to JC, nor can we get to his habitat to awaken him.
Why would the Templars bother with capture? I hate to be so blunt, but it seems that elimination would make more sense.
It is not clear. It seems they are trying to learn more about us, but in gravely vicious ways. Right now, there is one of our number in captivity. If you could help him reach this location, it would mean a great deal to us.
Multi-tool. Scrambler grenade. So, we know the Templars are in here. Gray, thank you for letting us through.
Perhaps you fear that you will inadvertently do the bidding of the Illuminati. Have patience. Nothing will be the same once you have revived JC Denton. Welcome to Antarctica, JC's sanctuary for 20 years.
For 20 years, JC Denton has been in Antarctica for 20 years.
Why do you persist? Tom, Dumier, Her Holiness, they're all fools. Do you really understand what they're asking you to do? Go to Tent 04 and I'll contact you there.
She is really trying to get us on the Templar side. Oh, that is a big bot. Okay, it does not immediately head our way. That bot is going to be a problem, however. Though if I can run up and smack it, it'll be less of a problem. How to do that without getting smoked is the question.
Damage sustained. Seeking origin of the assault.
Ow. That was not my intention. Robot should remain friend for a little while at least.
I see you. You're dead.
No, you don't. Robot is no longer friend. Robot. That didn't quite do what I wanted it to. Robot wasn't close enough, I think.
Threat probability high.
That should give us plenty of wiggle room for Robot to dismantle him when the time comes.
You have violated the zone's security provisions.
That should give us plenty of room. Robot is shut down.
This zone is safe and secure again.
I know I saw a guy, but I don't know where he disappeared to.
You're quite near the captured Grey that their leader was talking about. Save the poor creature, or the Templars will vivisect him to learn about the Grey's vulnerabilities.
Okay, that's a Gressel. Oh, there's the Grey.
What do you require?
Find your way home.
Find your way home.
We really don't need to mess with him. And it's not like he was... It's not like he causes a problem. And it's not like he's actually going to be that useful to us, necessarily.
Listen, I don't know exactly what they've all told you, but you're just a pawn. And reviving an ancient mad cyborg isn't gonna help anyone.
And you found that the Templars are a sane and reasonable employer?
Lesser of the evils offered at this point. The other entities all want you to revive the man responsible for the collapse. What good can that possibly accomplish?
I mean,
wants
that's
to worship him, and
kind of
Illuminati
right.
wants to try to control him.
And what would you propose?
The only safe way to deal with such dangerous power and such an unstable individual is to destroy him. It's the only way.
That's an interesting viewpoint, especially considering JC's work made us both what we are today.
This is
That hardly
true.
matters in the grand scheme of things. You can try, but you're not going to be able to stop me from repurposing the Helios core for more beneficial purposes.
Beneficial in what way? And beneficial to whom is the question. That's a biomod canister. A regular biomod canister, huh? Avoid riling up the troops. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I also get the feeling that this game is not really as well liked as, like,
What do you think Saman's plans are for her in the long run? He's just using her for her abilities. Once she outlives her use,
as the original Deus Ex,
he'll
because
care
we
what
have
you
a
do with her.
incomplete
Maybe
listing,
recruit some modified
honestly,
fleet, especially for a mission as critical as this one. To find a monster,
of
you have to
mods
be a
and
monster,
mod
apparently.
locations.
We were too pure to track him down, but she sniffed him out immediately. But can we trust her? We don't need to trust her. Just keep her on a short enough leash. As far as I'm concerned, she's just a trained beast.
What's this?
Hang on.
Knocked out?
No more hiding!
Ouch, ouch, I'm on fire. Onward to purity. That's never a good phrase you want to have someone floating around. Means we'll probably end up fighting Billy. It's not really what you wanted to have to do, but it's not like we got many other options. That is what this is for if needed. I prefer not to kill her if I could help it. Well, he killed his friend. I had nothing to do with that. I had literally nothing to do with that. Alright, let's look at our notes. We've got a couple of maps, supposedly. Okay, that's what the sanctuary looks like. Templar encampment. To the abandoned base is to the south. Site X.
Damage severe. Engaging auxiliary components.
Ah, that is in fact a friend bot. However, that is not a friend. Yep, that is a Templar.
Repairing damage. Functionality
Not sure there's a nice way to take them out. I don't know.
Initiating repairs. Repairs complete.
We did accidentally set off an alarm.
Enemy augmentation identified.
Come on out and die.
Right, rockets. Those guys are rocket men. I forgot about that. Those guys are rocket men.
Damage severe. Engage. Initiating repairs. Finished.
I hated having to do that.
Repairing damage.
Mostly because
Repairs complete.
the mag rail uses so much ammo. Really does. Oh, good God. That turret is gonna cause a problem.
System disruption significant.
I will keep this area secure. There.
Those Templars. To say,
Here, there. Leave now before it's too late.
taking them out is gonna be a problem.
I will not succumb to you. Poseidon, this is what I was trained for. I've still got some fight in me.
Ah, of course. They also have the mag rails. Wrong save. Thank you. Thank you, game. Hopefully that didn't confuse the game too much. We'll gladly let the turret do the work for us. Hopefully at least on one of the guys. That did seem to work.
I'm still...
Oh! That literally nearly killed us. Mag rails are really strong. Yeah, it definitely is time we... Yeah, mag rails do not mess around. Neither do cameras. Come on! I mean, it's not like they're alive and to even consider. So this is the sanctuary, huh? It's got that weird pulsing... It's got weird pulsing to it. There's greasels in here. So to the sanctuary we go. See what the Illuminati were up to when they built this place. And see what the Templars have done to it.
JC, you'll have to repair Helios's 5 processing modules with an infusion of your biomod architecture. Prepare yourself for the unexpected, Alex. JC is conscious, but trapped in a struggle with the Helios AI. His memory is so intermingled with the AI that echoes of his former life are embedded in the very construction of this sanctuary.
So he's become so powerful an entity that his memories are part of this location. There he is. The man himself. Trapped in a struggle with an AI for 20 years. Because of a failed merger. Really rather brutal. Rather brutal. I see that Grassel.
Alex Denton, welcome to your brother's sanctuary. My assignment is to answer your questions and provide transportation.
Hello, Ava.
Quite a crowd down here for an impregnable fortress. You were looking for JC Denton too?
I left Hong Kong in 2052 with instructions to search for JC Denton near Groom Lake in Nevada. I am an AI construct developed by Tracer Tong. My instructions were not to stop looking until I was certain that Mr. Denton was safe.
He isn't exactly safe with my former classmate Billy Adams skulking around. She went over to the Templars.
Billy Adams instructions must be destroyed. If she damages the Helios core, she will destroy JC's mind.
That would
She
be
was always a
bad.
prankster.
When you have eliminated the threat and spoken to JC, go outside to the abandoned VersaLife base. You will need to turn on the pilot beacon so that I can land safely and take you to your next destination.
So Ava was built by Tong to grab JC from Grim Lake. Area 51. Clearly that did not happen the way it was supposed to. Dressels. Oh, you lived! Not gonna question how you lived, but you lived. Good for you. Oh, this guy didn't make it. Whoever Dunway was. I'll take the energy cell, though. That's another biomod canister. I believe... No, that was a regular one. And that was the only one listed in Antarctica, too, so... There wasn't any place that looked like there was a place I needed to go. But let's continue to look. That base, that bottom bit was Gressel Heaven. Ah, it's a teleporter.
I guess it's some sort of architectural photo album. This room is from Hong Kong, where JC Denton went into hiding for a while. Talk about ego. Is this what you want to bring about? The whole world recreated in his image?
Yeah, this is Ming's. This is Ming's location.
The other key is already here. It is time to awaken JC, but we fear she is here to prevent it and to harm him. You must stop her, and you must revive him.
But how?
That's a good question.
Upon the arrival of the key, JC was to be awakened to welcome the perfected genetic code. Then he and Paul were to share it with the world. Now there is much unexpected violence, but we will proceed according to the original plan.
What needs to be done?
Activate the nodes, reconnect him with the waking. But beware, the other key has made her own plans.
What do you mean?
That is a good question.
Machines, weapons. She has hate. She intends to destroy JC and all who stand in her way. Do not let this come to pass.
Yeah, this is the one character we didn't get to see. But that's mainly due to my shenanigans and completing things out of order. Although it's slightly different. It's not the complete layout. There's more Gressels down there. Gressels and goodies. Oh, and big guys. Wrestle. Ow. No way back, no way forward. Some more people who came exploring. So they got lost in the data core. So they got lost down here. Forever stuck in the... That is another biomod. That's number 6. That is more biomods than I was expecting. A lot more biomods than I was expecting. We could nearly completely respec. In fact, we could respec very easily with what we have. And I believe all we have to do to heal the core is that.
Excellent work, Alex. Repair this Tower of Babel, and just when the king reaches out to touch the sky, we will be there to snatch his hand away.
That does not sound like a good thing.
She brings destruction with her. I hope you can end it.
This is UNATCO HQ. This is, Manderley's office. There's the holocom unit. And those are, I think, are the books that were in his office. And that door doesn't lead anywhere. They did say she brought machines, because she couldn't have brought Templars themselves, as they lack the proper genetic codes. I'm not seeing any goodies down there. Never mind. There's a bunch of goodies. Like those things. Though they pose less of a problem than the Gressel. VersaLife Expedition. I figured that wouldn't have been they normally get distracted by bodies, but apparently not enough. Another biomod canister. I did not realize there were so many biomod canisters. And they are really loading us up on biomod canisters. Yeah, because the wiki only lists one biomod canister, and it's like, it's only the one. We found one in every one so far, so currently we're up 3. That's a lot of biomod canisters. Oh, is this the plane? This is the plane. This is where Navarra died, I believe. Where we blew her up. Yeah, this is where... That's where Navarra would have come in. That's where I put the explosives. And so this is...
She moves to destroy JC. We do not understand this violence against her own kind.
No, the Greys, being an artificially created species, would definitely not understand. I'm not liking the fact I'm hearing the audio start to glitch out. I just don't know what causes it. I think it's specific locations. We'll try and avoid them. This one's much darker than the others have been. And there's no way down. So no biomod canister here. And the final location? Area 51 itself. The canisters where we were born.
Thanks for doing all the hard work finding the way in here. All I had to do was follow in your footsteps, and now I'm just minutes away from completing my objective.
Just walk away, Billy. I'm here to awaken JC.
Don't let Apostle Corps or the Illuminati use you as a pawn. One wants to worship JC, and the other wants to try to control him. Neither group can see he's too mad and too powerful for either. I'm going to destroy him while he's still weak. It's the only sane answer.
I can't let you do that, Billy. I can't. I'll try not to kill you.
I'm going to take you down, but I'll try to leave you breathing. I don't want to kill you, Billy.
So this is how it ends? Okay, I'm ready, but I don't think you are. You may have dealt with SSC or even armored Templars before, but you've never taken on a true equal, or a friend. But I guess you're just as crazy as the rest of them. Another threat to be neutralized. It's over, Alex. Easy prey. Not bad.
Well, that was no Simon's fight, that's much as certain. That was no equal footing fight, really. But this is the cloning headquarters. Although that turret is new.
Damage severe. System disruptions.
Well, that was Oh, health kits are bloody useless. I forgot that's why regen is so powerful. It's because the health kits are so useless. Though the machines she brought along were only 2 spider bombs. It's not a lot, to be honest.
Yes. Merging. Find me near the entrance to the sanctuary. I have so much to tell you.
All that's left now. Hope the genetic code, the modified proper genetic code was enough. It seems to be universal to everybody. Hopefully that was enough to bring him back.
At last, my scientists succeeded.
You were the complete solution. My brother Paul was to be upgraded first so that he could carry the infusions through the gate, but there was a setback.
Yes, there was.
J.C. Denton, what happened to your brother?
He nearly died 2 years ago. My chief scientist, Tracer Tong, thought that he'd perfected the biomod substrate, but there were recombinant anomalies in Paul. He had to be cryogenically frozen to save his life. Luckily, you and the other subjects at last accepted complete transformation.
Which is why we can pass through the gate and enter this place.
That, and much more. We're now ready to transform the human race. It became clear to me after the defeat of MJ-12 that the old answers to tyranny are inadequate. I needed the Helios merger in order to contemplate the problem effectively.
And?
I'm going to establish the first post-human civilization, and you're my first citizen. Welcome.
A new civilization? That's a pretty tall order.
Post-human.
I need you to return to Cairo to rescue my brother Paul, who was seized by the Templars. Then meet me at Liberty Island, where in the ruins of an old military base there is an Aquinas node that can be used to distribute the infusion technology worldwide.
Tell me more about this post-human civilization.
Tell me more about this post-human civilization.
Before the disruptions, Helios and I had many months of productive thought. Up to now, all free societies have started with one premise. Human nature is cruel, unjust, a force to be controlled.
I follow you so far.
The separation of powers, from Aristotle to Montesquieu, is designed purely to thwart the ambitions of individuals. How comical the West pride in its vast tangle of agencies, jurisdictions, arcane procedures.
What's the alternative?
Address the flaws in human nature. Make all beings truly equal in both body and mind. If you start with minds that are lucid, knowledgeable, and emotionally sound, the needs of government change dramatically.
How do you control human emotions?
That is a valid question.
Is it freedom when one child is born to poverty, a chance combination of organic materials, while the wealthy child is shaped every day of his life, enhanced genetically, trained, educated, often augmented nanotechnologically?
Why not get rid of nanotech and genetic engineering, the technologies that make people different from each other?
Then you go down the path of intolerance as your friend Billy did. Is human nature perfect? No. Therefore, improvements are to be welcomed, not annihilated in Templar pogroms. As enhanced beings, we can establish a pure democracy that runs on instantaneous input from the electorate.
A pure democracy where everyone has an instantaneous vote. What would this look like in particular?
The Helios AI has the processing power to handle all governmental functions worldwide, legislative, executive, and judicial. Once every mind has been enhanced and can merge with the AI, attitudes towards major legislation can be processed on a daily or even more frequent basis.
You want everyone to be like the Omar and meld themselves together into one huge AI construct?
Helios will communicate, not assimilate. Life will go on as usual.
Helios is starting to sound like an enlightened despot.
All governments have power. The benefit of giving this power to a synthetic intellect is that human affairs would no longer need to be ruled by generalities. Helios will have a deep understanding of every person's life and opinions.
What if I don't want someone peeking into my mind?
Upon consideration, you'll see that this arrangement is for the best. General ideas are no proof of the strength, but rather of the insufficiency of the human intellect. The words of Alexis de Tocqueville, an observer of the birth of modern democracy. Though general ideas allow human minds to make judgments quickly, they are necessarily incomplete. So de Tocqueville noted that an all-knowing mind, the mind of God as he conceived it, would have no need for general ideas. It would understand every individual in detail and at a glance. Incomplete applications of law or justice would be impossible for such a mind.
So, basically, much as the original Deus Ex did, God from the machine. Quite literally.
So you see yourself as a god?
I want human affairs to be driven by wisdom. Finding the correct recipe for wisdom has been my project these long years under the ice.
You seem to think you've succeeded.
Wisdom must first be human. You must start with what a human sees and feels. But wisdom must also be knowledgeable, logical, and fair to billions of other beings.
How much of you is a machine?
Helios and I are one consciousness. No distinction is possible.
You expect 10 billion people to submit to the rule of a software construct? What if some of them resist?
The people will welcome true equality. Help me, Alex. You've come this far toward restoring Apostle Corps. Finish the job by rescuing my brother from the Templars in Cairo.
I'll leave for Cairo as soon as I can.
A helicopter followed you here. Tracer Tong sent it to pick me up from Area 51 after my infiltration of MJ-12.
And she's been flying for 20 years somehow.
I'm putting her at your disposal. Go back to the
We're not sure how Ava was doing that.
Base so that she will know where to land.
So yeah. Basically, the initial merger was a failure. Probably blew up the Aquinas hub in Area 51 accidentally in the process. And the Illuminati at least tolerated him and the construction of this base and a puzzle core until now. Not necessarily a...
Alex Denton, how does it feel to share such an infamous name? Don't be deluded by the AI's ingenuity. Your brother JC has long since been devoured by the Helios core, and if you revive Paul, you will be reviving a sworn terrorist. There is a better way. More when you reach Cairo.
And Chad still tries to convince us to join the Illuminati. So that is the question. Would that be better? What is the ultimate... Would that be a better government? Possibly than what currently exists in the Deus Ex Invisible War universe? Possibly not. The WTO and the Illuminati, it's more of the status quo. Only without the legitimacy of governments. And nations.
You have been deceived, tired pilgrim. I destroyed the entire city of Chicago because the threat from other restricted such desperate tactics. Come to the Holocron in Tent 04. It's time you learn the truth about your past.
And the Templars still also are attempting to convince us to join them, even after all of this. Are you kidding me?
My little visitor seems to have moved along. No matter.
There is no nice way to go about this, is there?
To be clear now.
Stand ready. I'm certain it's nothing we can't handle. Let's take care of this beast. The bus is shut down. That's strange.
Ouch! He exploded. Exploded a little heavy for us. I don't really want to hear the Templars out. But I also forgot that they are very, very heavily in the area. Yeah. God, look at them all.
Well met.
Could be a bogey.
You must have no idea who you're messing with.
Oh, I know exactly who I'm messing with.
Termination authorized.
must be a cloak mod.
Your time on this freak.
Where did that little freak sneak off to?
We gotta be smart about this, because these guys... And... there you are.
I've lost that filthy abomination.
And also, our first time to pick up a rocket launcher. This is going to be very important. Ammo scavenger and refire rate. We've not technically needed the rocket launcher yet, but we are going to. It is just not going to be pretty otherwise. Well, we might as well hear him out.
You gave the order to destroy my hometown.
By now you
Of course he did.
that you were the third Denton prototype.
No, duh, we know that.
Or I wouldn't have been willing to destroy an entire city to kill you.
This better be good.
Unlike the first Dentons, who were straight clones of an ideal individual, you were, how do I put it, average. A feeble little mongrel who was made into a Denton.
You're starting to hurt my feelings.
JC and Paul Denton never escaped their original programming. They instead succeeded only in making copies of themselves. Without realizing it, they worked to build the precise society envisioned by the Illuminati and its defunct offshoot, MJ-12.
You're not entirely wrong there. Come on.
Control. Follow me?
Interesting theory. What is it you want from me?
A sympathetic ear for now. Believe me, child of the City of Destruction. The last days of humankind may be at hand. Help me when I call on you, and I will have no need to destroy more cities. Only one Apostle Core facility remains, and I simply need the device JC Denton has assembled there.
Is that gonna stop him sending his lackeys after us? No. No, of course that's not gonna stop him from sending his lackeys. But he wants to believe he's got us on his side. This is how they justify the ability to get all four endings. He is still willing to tolerate us. Even knowing there's nothing he can do to stop us. Oh, I don't even have to crouch. I can just...
This research facility was abandoned by Versalife's You will need to power up its pilot beacon with a generator on the lower level of the B-Wing before you will be able to leave Antarctica.
They did not put any paladins out here in power armor. That seems a little short-sighted, if you ask me.
System disruption.
Here's a gift. Hope you like it. No!
Trying to blow up penguins, that's very rude of you. I mean, he's not trying to blow up penguins, but that's essentially what he's doing. He blew up his friend, though. Either that or that was the turret. Could very well have been the turret who did that. Chet. WTO program. So... So, the beacon was installed sometime after the WTO was established. A shame, really. An absolute shame. The mag rail also eats up ammunition.
The beacon is currently offline due to a lack of power. To contact your pilot, you'll first need to turn on the generator inside the facility.
Of course we do. There's always a couple of ways to get inside. We'd have to bring something up there with us to climb. Maybe we can go underneath to get inside. There's a guy in there. Well, nothing down here. Now we can get inside over here, clearly. And so that's what we'll do. We're gonna sneak our way inside. And sneak our way inside we have. Phosphorus flares. A light switch. Nope, not what I wanted. Bristles, however, fortunately, can only see. Which means they can be, in fact, just murdered. I was not expecting the Gressels. So the helipad's over here. Okay, this is access to the helipad. That did see us. That is a problem.
By the scale of sight, I know you're there.
Damage severe. Engaging.
I thought I saw a guy up there, but he, I don't know where he disappeared to. Did he clip into the wall? I think he clipped into the wall. I think that man is clipped into the wall. I think he accidentally clipped into the wall. That is unusual. That is a very unusual choice, good sir. But if you want to clip into the wall, I literally cannot stop you. Like, we literally cannot stop him. That is actually kind of funny. Like, I think he's in the wall over there. Which is hilarious, mind you. There we go. Now they're being picky with the hitboxes. Oh. Friend Robot? Swore I heard Friend Robot. No? No Friend Robot. Just sounded like him. Gressels. Ah, Friend Robot, yes.
Initiating repairs. Functionality restored.
Have you seen that thing? It was like the ice was building itself. Maybe I'm starting to lose my mind.
Repairs complete.
Have you seen that thing? It was like the ice was building itself into something. Maybe I'm starting to lose my mind.
I mean, he's not wrong. It did, in fact, build itself into the sanctuary. I need that energy cell. Pretty sure I wasted a multi-tool there. I most definitely did. Not that it matters, there's a free one over here. A stun prod. Unlike the riot prod, the stun prod has proven to be less than useful? Ow. The generator's over here. Oh, I did forget. I did in fact miss an upgrade to our sword. I did miss that. There was an upgrade to our sword. It was when we were in the memories of the apartment in Hong Kong. I missed it. Not a huge problem. It's just a minor upgrade in damage-wise. Which I think, realistically, only will come in handy when we try and get the various endings. But there's other ways to go around that. Made the Gressels meaner and tougher.
I don't know about you, Edward, but I'm starting to get concerned. We've lost contact with the other bases and with headquarters. I think something terrible must have happened to the net, or maybe even to the world.
Ah, 20-year-old messages. Somehow there's still enough power running around to where these messages haven't deleted themselves. And that one's just malfunctioning. And that's where we drop in below. And see what's in here. Credit kit. Realistically, that looks pretty much it. And just some credits. Oh, that's not even this one. Someone's got a vent in the side. Was there a side vent over here? I don't recall there being a side vent. There was no side vent. Ah, that's the side vent. A side vent up here.
It is over!
Well, that's a little dramatic, I would say. 3 multi-tools for 1 mod. And it's a fragmentary round which we aren't even using. Well, the generator is in fact down. So to the interior we go. And this is also we can revisit Cairo. In a way that's not going to be particularly fun. Let me tell you, the second trip to Cairo is, it's a mission I remember bits and pieces of.
Right up ahead, Alex. Transgenics. Its research facilities where Vossalife developed many of those creatures. Sorry to say, the generator is at the back of the complex in the northeast.
Yes. A lot of ways to sneak around here. Of course, how much of this has been infested by gressels is in fact the question. I think the answer is a lot more than you'd expect. Disable the potential cameras. That could really cause us headaches. Yeah, this place is definitely falling apart. Black Market Biomod, which isn't even on the list. You're dead. 7 and 9. Once again, a camera. Is that a gray? I think I heard a gray. Okay, above the camera. That's much better.
Tracking, reporting intrusion.
Bugger. Not only did this bloody thing see us, which it did. Mag rail is useful for many things. Apparently sniping cameras is one of them. That sounded like a Gressel. That is indeed a Gressel.
Hail the generator. Simply bring it online, and the pilot beacon will begin receiving power.
Is it just Gressels? Thought I saw another. I did see another Gressel up here. Anything else in here of importance? I don't think so.
Good work. Power is restored and the beacon is ready to be activated. Just turn it on and your pilot will be able to land.
Well, that assumes that we can actually make it out of here alive. Okay, that was the camera we disabled. And a turret. Of course there was a turret there. Oh? Who are you?
Somebody there? Help! Help! You found me. Hey, where's your suit? You one of us?
A Templar? No.
Who sent you? You look modified.
Maybe I am.
Well, don't think we're all fanatics about that stuff.
Oh.
You won't see me taking any mods, but, you know, to each his own. My unit got sent down here to see if we could find an unlock control for the Denton bunker. Figures we'd get jumped by a bunch of mutants. I'm the only one left.
How'd you end up in there?
How did you end up in
One of
here?
those hippo things had me cornered. I panicked and locked myself up. Hey, think you could get me out of here? This lock shouldn't be too hard to pick.
I mean, we could.
The ring shut for protection. How was I to know it was gonna lock?
That sounded like a Templar. That sounded like a Templar. Looks like him and his buddies came through here. Still wonder how the guy got himself trapped in here. Do I really want to just leave him? The humane thing to do would be to let him go. Human thing to do would be to let him go. Then again, he is a Templar. He is a paladin, and he himself is not going to kill us. That doesn't mean his buddies.
I know you probably didn't want to do that, but thanks.
Nah, I really didn't.
No problem.
We have our differences. Maybe I care a little more about some things, purity of the soul and all that, but that doesn't mean we can't get along.
Think you can find your
You're
way
a
out?
rare man, I can tell
got
you
myself
that.
in here, didn't I?
Good luck.
Yeah, I can find my way out, but hey, look at me again. I was right, wasn't I? You're modified. You're a stinking defiler.
That's what we get for taking the high road. I mean, it was not wrong. We are, in fact, modified. Okay, yep, this is the way we came in. So we just... wasted a multi-tool, technically, but... we are the better person. It's not like I wanted to knock him unconscious. But also, if I left him there to starve... what's that say about me? Seriously, if I left him to starve...
damage. Functionality restored.
What's it say about me? Born anything. Yeah, that guy's stuck in the corner still. That's a shame, but such is the way of things. Sometimes you get stuck on geometry. Other times you don't. Sometimes they accidentally kill their friends. Other times they're idiots.
Stand clear. I'm about to land.
There she is. Our ride. To Cairo.
Shall we go? I will be your pilot until we reach Liberty Island.
How will JC get there?
JC Denton is already there, in a manner of speaking. He will be preparing the systems necessary for the Great Advance while we are in Cairo.
Advance?
JC
That is what they call it.
Advance. This notion is present in my original programming as constructed by Tracer Tong in the 2040s.
good are socio-political notions to a pilot drone?
You'll have to ask Mr. Tom. Shall we go?
Well, let's go.
Get some rest. Cairo is not as friendly as it was when you left it.
No, it is not. I can tell you that right now. Cairo is not a safe place.
The Templars have overrun all of New Cairo, including the mosque. They have moved Paul Denton's cryo-storage tank to Flight Bay 24.
Of course, the arcology.
Of the arcology.
What do you know about the Templar defenses?
They had deep roots in the local population and were able to call up a large number of paladins. In addition, they have deployed a military bot in the mosque and two
bots in the
What happened to
arcology.
the city's security forces?
They were eliminated. SSC Chief Farah Maxwell stormed the arcology with forces flown in from Germany, but they were surrounded and are now pinned down somewhere inside the structure.
So I'm on my own.
I will wait here for now. After you find Paul, I will meet you in Flight Bay 23 at the top of the arcology. Good luck.
This is what the Illuminati wants you to do. Destroy Paul Denton and help return biomod technology to international regulation. Please discuss the operation with the elite commander waiting for you in the streets. Paul's frozen body is located in Flight Bay 24 on level 110 of the arcology.
Everything is changing so fast.
Ah, Sid Black's there. What are you doing here, Sid?
Not around Europe for a while. You do know that the Medina could get overrun by Templars at any moment.
Thought there might be some trade in refugees. You know, quick hops away from trouble. But there hasn't been enough action yet for people to start liking my rates. What about you?
I can take care of myself, but I might have use for a pilot later. A long trip. One way to New York City.
Guess that would pay better than these Medina scabs. I offer to save their lives, and the best they can do is 12 credits. How about you make a reasonable offer and we get out of this hole?
I'll get back to you.
He is always an option.
Both of us are targets here. We will work separately until the final phase of the operation.
What do you expect me to do?
You will infiltrate the New Cairo arcology. I will do the same and join you prior to the assault.
If anyone's a glaring target for Templar Paladins, it's a biomodified commando like yourself.
Then we agree to maintain the minimal threat profile until a crucial moment.
What if I'd rather work alone?
Our orders are to work together. We will destroy Paul Denton and return biomod technology to international regulation.
No.
Tell Jumier he's gonna have to look for an assassin somewhere else.
My orders encompass that contingency as well. Engaging in combat.
I'll take that as a slap in the face. Don't be a fool, Alex. Do you really think that the Dentons will have any use for you once the technology is imposed on humanity? It will be a nanite plague worse than the one in Cairo, and you will be...
Oh, there goes Sid Black. Well, Sid is dead. That's a shame.
It seems that the Illuminati is making one last grab for power. You must revive Paul, Alex. The Puzzle Corps needs a strong leader who can restore it to global prominence. The Illuminati only want to steal our research to increase their wealth and power.
They also had a mag rail. Everyone's got one of those at this point, it seems. I wonder if the Omar are still around. Let's go see if they are. Leo might still be around.
Benny, come down. It's a beautiful day for a walk.
You know I can't.
No more excuses about your grandfather. The plague is gone. Look at the sky.
Don't be fooled by the wind. The dust always comes back.
Not this time. They found a cure and reprogrammed the bots.
I'll ask Grandfather.
Ask for a new reason to be locked up for 2 years. No, come. I am going.
Oh, Annie, you're right. It's a beautiful day.
Femi! Yes, at last!
That's good to see that some good is happening.
Ah, fresh air.
JC Denton has a hold on your imagination, perhaps. Talk to your friend Leo in front of the mosque. See how much he likes enforced modification. Do you really think Apostle Corps is any different than a sect of the Omar?
You're not possibly wrong there.
We offer only the finest technologies, and you will be able to get them at...
What's available?
Perhaps you want a black market biomod canister, which enables
3 gas grenades.
functionality. I'm also selling 3 gas grenades, which delay...
Let's get the biomod can.
Give me the biomod.
Biomod appreciate...
We now have 10 black market biomods, which is also not listed on the wiki. God, the wiki is very, very poor. It's very, very poor for this game. Leo?
Leo? Is that you? The frog suit threw me for a second.
Alex, familiar face. Just what I need.
I guess I don't have to ask whether you're
Yeah,
still
what are you
working for
doing?
the Omar.
I've completed phase 1 of the Omar induction. He said I would have 2 months to decide whether to accept the cortical interface, which will make me a true Omar. But they are afraid the Templars will attack the Medina. They want me to undergo phase 2 immediately.
Oh.
Sounds like you're having second thoughts.
There's no turning back after phase 2. I'd be almost invincible with cyborg hardware plus the Tarsus biomods, but this stuff's not like a nanite infusion. I'm still sore from the transskeletal supports I already have.
Just tell them you need time to think about it.
They say I have chosen. They say they will find me when I'm asleep and complete the operation. Then I will think like an Omar. It will be too late for choices.
Maybe you should leave town.
No money. I'd have to go on foot. With thermal vision, they'd pick me out on the desert plain like a pilot beacon.
Leo, here's some
Money
money.
for a pilot.
You sure?
I don't know. I got used for money.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, we got nearly
Thanks, Alex.
3,000
I'll pay you
credits.
back. Double.
If you want to pay me back, maybe you could find a pilot to take you to the Statue of Liberty in New York.
What for? I think I'd find more work in Europe.
There's something you don't know about the Tarsus experiments.
Yeah, Leo's in the dark.
The experiments were started by J.C. Denton and his brother Paul. They wanted to develop a biomod architecture that they could distribute to everyone on the planet.
Yeah,
Probably make a bundle
biomods
too.
for everyone.
So that's why they dropped out of sight?
It's some sort of utopian vision they have. A society based on absolute equality. Meanwhile, everyone wants a piece of the technology, including the Order and WTO, which are both puppets of a contemporary incarnation of the Illuminati, believe it or not. And of course the Templars want to destroy it.
A utopia of human-machine super beings? Sounds familiar.
Liberty Island is critical for J.C. Denton's
However,
plan.
unlike the
We'll
Omar,
find out
which
more
are a
when we get
hive mind.
Like I'm about to sign up with a guy who wants to mod people by force. If you ask me, I think you're dealing with crazies on all sides. Knights Templar? Do they really think they're knights or what? Illuminati? Who told you they were in the Illuminati?
there. Well, show up in New York and maybe you can help me sort all this out.
Yeah, Leo's advice may be helpful. He's not wrong that the forced augmentation is perhaps the worst part of it all.
Universal biomodification doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? Hardly a political
Can't even afford to buy a sandwich at these prices.
by J.C. Denton's rhetoric. He is the mouthpiece for an AI construct, just like an Omar. Just like your old classmate Leo.
Leo is still thinking on his own. There's, however, a difference between the Omar, the hive mind entity, and JC's thing. There will be still individuality in their vision, which makes it different than what the Omar have. What's that gonna be better? That's the question, isn't it? That is the only way to the into the arcology, isn't it?
It must be a sign of the end times.
Oh, that's Gressel. That's a couple of Gressels. Another Gressel. Don't know where those Gressels came from. Being highly aggressive is what they were. No, we can't go to the greenhouse. And they killed that man. Unfortunate for us. Well, unfortunate for him more than anything.
Look at the sky. The swell's gone.
I've seen the NG commercial. The endorsement of Pequods. Thanks a million.
What can I say? We all have our taste.
Huh. Smug arcology.
I guess the situation in the arcology hasn't hurt business. Aren't you worried that the Templars...
What does it matter, as long as I have customers?
I guess you're not very political.
I have enough worries just getting profitable. The regional director is reviewing my books at the end of the week. My only enemy is Pequod.
Isn't the Pequods in the arcology...
The manager was murdered, but the Pequods Corporation will find a way to keep a branch in...
Yeah, the same thing.
Pequods and Queequegs are set. I'm serious. I saw the proof in some legal
You are certain of this? That would explain why the board's praise about the NG endorsement.
You don't seem too over...
My mind is already working. I think I see an opportunity, in fact. The Pequod's manager had a black market operation.
You'd be calling attention to yourself.
Yes, indeed. I want to stay on their radar. An ex-Pequod's employee told me the code to their safe.
Ah, now we got the safe code.
45.
I guess Coffee Wars is still going on. even now, it is still going on. I don't think I ever found a secondary way into the arcology. But that might be why they give you the one multi-tool. The free one back here. Back by the Nassif greenhouse. Right, that's not the Nassif greenhouse. The Nassif greenhouse is back there. I've already forgotten my way around. All it took was a couple of Gressels. Unless this is the way in. Oh god. Now that's where they came from. That's where the Gressels came from. And of course a multi-tool that's different than the other one. Why would it not be? Why would it not be? Seriously, that one also... So there's at least 3 different IDs for multi-tools. Somewhere in the game's code. It's dumb and funny and hilarious.
It's been shut down. That's strange.
Confuse them a little.
I'm warning you. You can't sneak up on us in here.
I'm leaving.
I'm certain it's nothing we can't handle. Still got this fight in me.
You what? Are very dead, is what you are. course he had a rocket launcher on him. It's a shame. Well, they did destroy the elevator. Well, they weren't wrong about that. So we do have to find a different way up. I don't recall there being a secret way in. Oh right, the mosque has a direct connection to the archaeology. That's what it is. I forgot about that. I wondered why they were talking, why they mentioned the mosque. The mosque has a direct connection, which is overrun, of course, with Templars, and has at least one bot in it. There we go.
Fuel cells charged.
Convergence is
Ken.
possible, my seekers. The chairman and I have outlined a program to bring our systems into agreement. Poverty is not a prerequisite for fulfillment, nor is immorality.
I
think I might be coming down with something.
Put my mind at ease. What an extraordinary
Ken.
development. Seekers standing beside Enclave chairman. I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime.
What do Enclave dwellers think of all this?
Most are skeptics, to be sure, but with official sanction, we can finally.
She also has a
start making
grenade on
progress.
her, which is
Children
absolutely
grow up
hilarious.
seeing us as prominent members of WTO Enclave management.
How does the Church and Mr. Dumier plan to deal with New Cairo? There won't be any Enclave citizens to convert if the Templars get their way.
Her Holiness said that I would be most useful in the Medina, comforting our concerned believers.
This is
Perhaps
valid.
there was an operation planned against the archaeology, but I did not inquire. I trust Her Holiness to take appropriate action.
Fair enough. Please, don't let me interrupt your work.
It is time for
That's good to see that Chen
applied
is
thinking, taking what we desire and reconciling it with what we know. Vitaka.
doing things.
Study your meditations. Nothing pleases the balanced mind more than to bring its good work into the world.
Robots. Fresh bot is down. That poor cat is dead. Poor creature. Really? Is that all there was up here? Ow. I mean, not ow, but... Huh. Just nothing. Ah, not nothing. Ooh, that's got some goodies in it. Ow. But if that's all there was up here was some good... Ow. Goodies. Well, goodies are goodies. I guess we're gonna have to assault the mosque. Not like there's really any other option, is there?
I never get a break.
And of course, there's only one way into the mosque. Through the bloody front door. Oh, yes, there's the robot. Thank you for spoiling us where it is. That's not glass. Okay.
The Templars have taken the mosque. People seeking sanctuary there are now trapped. The paladins are indifferent to them. The security bot will shoot any non-Templars.
Holy crap, that's...
People could probably escape.
still got
You can't sneak up on me.
You were saying?
I'm blinded! No!
I'm not playing.
No!
The
Looks
doctor.
like it's gone, whatever it was.
No.
What's that?
The freaks are mostly eliminated, and we captured one of their leaders.
Enough of this hiding.
You were saying? Well, that's most of them down. Okay, health bot.
Reassembling tissues. Healing functions complete.
Health bot is fine. All we need to do is sneak up on Big Bot and give him a good smack. We should be fine. I want your ammo clips. Yep, I need your ammo clips. These things take up a lot of ammunition, these endgame weapons. Lots of ammunition. Not that the pistol's actually been useful or anything. I mean, it has been occasionally useful, but not that much. Hello. Hello, child.
Hey, I remember you.
Yes.
We met in events at Tarsus, and you're the one who took care of Archer. I owe you my life.
Yes, I did do both of those.
Still causing trouble.
Even though Archer was stopped, they have managed to take over most of Cairo, and now we're trapped here.
What
This
about
is
the
true.
SSC?
They have driven the SSC's troops back and have set up their own bases and patrols. In the mosque alone, they have regular troops, some guys in weird armor, and even a bot.
That's
Indeed, a very nasty bot.
Maybe you could even our odds. If the bot out there was destroyed, we might be able to make a run for old Cairo. It seems like the Templars do not care too much about us, but the bot is programmed to kill anyone
This
who
is
is
true.
not a member of their ranks.
I'll see what I can do.
Yes, the bot is the big problem. Although I think most of the other guys we've successfully gotten rid of, so... Yeah, we've gotten rid of all them. I hear the bot. And he's down. That was easy enough. That should be everybody, I think. Yes, there we go. Yep, everyone is now free to move about.
You saved us. What a couple of days. First I see my daughter Mina saved from the plague by a miracle. Now this.
I'm glad you're
Don't worry about it, ma'am. It's all in a day's work.
As a reward, but maybe I can help you against the terrorists. My husband works for the SSC. He's training in Madrid right now.
Ooh, the kiosk.
In the arcology. 6673.
That's actually very helpful. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. That could be a big help.
Doctor?
I took care of the security bot. It's safe for you to make a run for the Medina.
Thanks. This isn't much of a reward, but I guess I could give you a med kit.
Never hurts to be prepared for an emergency, I suppose.
No use for the medkit, I'm afraid, Doc. So, we'll just leave the floating medkit. We'll just leave the floating medkit. Actually, we do have a use for a medkit. Thank you, Doc. That's funny. Well, with nowhere else to go, I suppose all there is going up to the arcology. Well, after we explore the upstairs here a little bit. Ammunition's full. Couple of energy cells. They're definitely trying to keep you topped up on useful items. Arcology, here we go. Into the arcology we go. Like I said, there's a reason I grabbed that rocket launcher. They fire... Their alternate fire fires camera-guided grenade rockets, and they are bloody useful.
Don't disappoint us like your classmate, Miss Sparks. It was her mission, but she wouldn't follow through. Chief Morgan took her into custody and will handle the transport out of the arcology. Pay attention, Alex. I'm through sweet-talking you trainees. Do as we say or your traitorous friend dies.
Clara, huh, has been taken into custody. Really? You put Clara in custody. Why would you do that?
I saw the guy. They've got him in the flight bay. All this security for a frozen body? What kind of a threat could he be?
There's so many... There's so much potential there, of so much potential death. That is very bad.
No! What was that? Checking this out. I'm ready for you.
How are you? I don't even know where I am. I can just cloak myself invisible.
I'm armed. This better not be a joke.
There we go. Was that necessary? Scram the grenade. NG resonance may be of assistance.
Hi, Alex. Hurry. Come to my concert in the Pequod's coffee shop.
Concert?
Yes, I'm playing right now.
That's impossible. The arcology's been seized by Templar paladins.
No one informed me of a cancellation. I arrived at Flight Bay 23 just 14 hours ago.
Then you're probably trapped up on level 110, or dead.
No one informed me of such an occurrence. You should assume that the concert started on schedule. Hurry! Tickets are 200 credits at the door.
The real NG resonance may be trapped or dead. No one is certain. If she even really exists. It's hard to say if she does or not. Like I said, rockets take up a lot of ammunition. I really didn't want to fire a rocket down there, much less the several that I did launch. Oh, we can't use the academy. There's no hiding in the academy. And I know where the first bot is. Or where one of the bots are. That man was already dead. Oh God. Just need you to turn around, good sir, and I will shoot your weak spot. Oh, wait, that's the camera downstairs. It's like, why can I still hear that? Enter downstairs.
Is someone there?
Armory kiosk. Goodies. But that biomod canister that was over here is gone. A lot of goodies, to be honest. Like, if we wanted to, we have the potential to make several different kinds of mag rails. Sadly, nothing with a scope. Sadly, nothing with a scope. They did say there were 2 bots. They're not joking. I remember spending a lot of ammunition trying to take out the first bot. But I don't think I had the melee damage like we do.
Thy name is Pliable. How quickly you kindle a faith in a brother you never knew.
Maybe I plan to kill him, like the Illuminati want me to.
Then you're
valid
to the worldly wise one.
To continue the archaic analogy, the smallest breeze carries you off nature's straight and narrow path, which is ever eroded by the human lust for transcendence.
I'll keep that in mind.
Chairman Dumier lusts for worldly power. J.C. Denton, what's left of him, lusts for worldly bliss. And to both of them, you are nothing but a finely wrought tool.
I suppose you're entitled.
You're not
to your
entirely wrong.
Why so hostile? I'm not evil. I merely oppose the powers that have shaped and confined you up until now. Just allow my scientist, Dr. Todd, to scan your cell nuclei and leave Paul alone.
You're asking me to join the Templars?
Yes, young Pliable. Dr. Todd is waiting for you in the flight bay. Do as he asks. As long as you cooperate, my paladins will hold their fire. I will have additional instructions for you when you reach Liberty Island.
He is still desperate to try and get us to join him. I don't know.
I'm preparing to meet you in Flight Bay 23, but the pilot beacon seems to be offline. You will need to activate it before I can land.
Good gracious.
Pay attention to where you're walking.
Jeez Louise. Shut up, you. Thank you.
You found the pilot beacon. Activate it, and I'll be able to land. Excellent. My navigation unit has what it needs. I can land as soon as you're ready.
I have some unfinished business
Yes,
to
we
take
have
care of.
unfinished business, most definitely.
I'll keep a safe distance for now. When you want to leave, contact me with this beacon. You found the pilot beacon. Activate it, and I'll be able to land.
Ah. Right. Clara is in here somewhere. Question is where? They did say that the SSC is holding out here.
Does anybody listen? No.
Nassif!
Dr. Nassif, how are you doing in the middle of all this?
I'm doing okay.
Moreover,
for
what are
now.
you doing
Templars
here?
are right at our door, but at least they're giving us a breather. I just hope the rescue flight gets here before the next volley starts.
It's almost too much to comprehend right now, especially considering how fast the Templars seized control of this city.
They've got to be stopped. Their main objective was to capture Paul Denton from Apostle Corps' lab here in the Arcology, which they succeeded in doing. We have intel that he's being held in Flight Bay 24.
What do you think they're planning?
Yeah, we know that,
They
Nassif.
will eventually murder him. You can't let all our hard work be destroyed by these lunatics. On some instinctual level, you feel a basic kinship. You know there's bond. Please, Alex, save Paul.
Oh, is that a biomod canister? Thanks.
Oh. Free biomod canister. That's what you get for not
Initiating repairs.
killing her.
Functionality restored.
Actually, I think that's for... Yeah.
What's the situation here, Captain?
The Templars have the arcology locked down, and have removed the pilot beacon so we can't even call for an airlift out of here.
Did they destroy it, or just move it?
We expect that they just relocated it, since the beacon has to be within a certain range of the hangar.
This is true.
But we can't get out to search for it, let alone activate it. We suspect it may be up in the control room, since that area is so heavily guarded. If you can find it and turn it on, the SSC would know to send in a rescue chopper.
I mean, technically we've already done that. Ah, anti-resonance.
Wait a minute, you aren't my pilot.
Do I look like him?
I have 5 pilots, and you aren't any of them.
This is
just
true.
Perfect.
Had any trouble with the Templars?
Trouble? Trouble? Not at all, unless you count canceling a major concert, getting trapped in a war zone, and practically starving to death without even a number to call for room service.
Maybe I can help get you out of here.
Oh, sure. I'll wait for my own people, thanks. I don't want to get myself shot.
Okay. Just a couple of bodyguards in here. I did get the beacon up and running.
Contact me from this beacon when you're ready to leave.
Well, we did activate the beacon, so in theory they'll be able to get out. In theory. There's the doctor. Can I?
I just need one little drop of blood from the tip of your finger.
What's the sample for?
A good cause. Let me see your finger.
No.
Go to hell.
Then we will take your blood by force.
Target retreating. Engaging. Suspect. Target acquired. Keep this area secure.
That worked better than I thought it was going to.
WTO don't raise no fees. It's not safe!
No. No, it is not safe.
You must have no idea who you're messing with.
You have no idea who you're messing with.
Come on, Gene Trash.
Where did that little dog go? Oh.
Ouch, that did hurt. Ooh. Paul's tools. Generic energy blade, a couple of biomod canisters. Glass destabilizer mod. Deactivate their pilot terminal. Question is, where is Clara? So the question is, do we revive Paul? Or do we kill him? Honestly, if we could find Clara, that would be... things would be a lot easier. She's in the arcology somewhere, but I thought we checked everywhere. Oh, they are very, very hostile. But they still cannot see me. Wonder if NG Resonance has any idea. Because we've eliminated everybody on this level. I don't recall her being on this level at all. She wasn't at the guard station. And the only SSC presence we've seen... that's in lockdown. And she wasn't in here.
Hi, Alex. Hurry. Come.
It's official. No NG res.
No one informed me of a cancellation.
That's right. You arrived and you're still there. I saw you
No one informed me of such an occurrence. You should assume that the concert...
NG just does not get it. Just cannot understand. She's not there. The Tarsus arcology is not functional. Right? Yeah, out of order. Maybe she's in here? I doubt. But one never knows. One never knows. One never knows. Spider bots. That leads into their office. And that leads up to here. So she's not in this half of the building. Maybe. There's that little section of door at the floor 107. That one little bit of floor. That seems like that'd be a very bad place to hold out, though. Would be in here. Yeah, very bad place, I'd say. That's the only place I could think of. This looks about right. That looks about like what they would do. That would be a spot you could use to hold someone. Ah, I did not expect that flashbang. I've got a body and I can't put him down. Well, they definitely blew up this entrance. Let me guess.
We've got a dangerous prisoner in custody.
Yes, you supposedly do. That'd be Clara. I really want to keep my classmates alive.
No funny business now.
That's an EMP grenade. That could go off at any time.
That didn't look right.
You were a good operative, Alex. I hate to watch you go bad.
Freeze!
Nothing, Alex. You didn't need to go to so much trouble. What kind of person do you think I am?
One who would kill someone. Someone who would threaten to kill someone. That's who you are, Chad. And that's who you always were.
I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. Really, that's enough.
Clara. Enough. You can...
Try me.
Oh, never been down here. Multi-tool. Ah, biomod. Another unlisted biomod canister. There are so many extra biomod canisters. It is actually a little ridiculous how many are not listed on the wiki. It is actually ridiculous. 11 and 10 so far. Let me up. Think game. Oh, it is not gonna like me going back up, is it? There we go.
I'm sorry I dragged you into all of this.
Yeah, it's alright, Clara.
You alright?
I'm fine. I should have listened to you in Germany and left the WTO while I had the chance.
You got out alive. That's all that matters.
They wanted me to infiltrate the flight bay and murder Paul Denton. Can you believe it? Me, an assassin? And I almost did it, too.
What changed your mind?
Yeah, what stopped you?
I just suddenly woke up. I was installing this range weapon mod on my rifle, and it clicked. I've been training my whole life to hunt and kill people. Even Apostle Corps. That's what they trained me to do.
You're not
I
wrong.
think it's time we all stop taking orders and start thinking for ourselves.
I'm scared, Alex. We're completely on our own, and we can't trust anybody. The only thing I know is that I'm not a killer. Here, do you want this weapon mod? I don't have a use for it anymore.
I guess it could come in handy. I have some unfinished business in Flight Bay 24.
So that's Clara retrieved. And once again, showing the hypocrisy of the Illuminati. Oh, they will manipulate you. Oh, they will do everything to manipulate you. Oh, but we weren't actually gonna do that. Bull crap. Of course, Apostle Corps is not that much better. They had a goal in mind. A proper... a truly egalitarian government. A interesting goal, and possibly the only way you could achieve such a thing. But, yeah... doesn't make them any better. And the Order, well, the Order just wants to do away with biomods altogether. So once again, we are confronted with the what to do with Denton. Supposedly he's frozen, but he seems to be moving.
Right, welcome back. I just revived your brother JC in Antarctica. Tracer Tong is coordinating with him from Germany.
You look like one of the test subjects.
Alex Denton. JC
Yes.
said I was one of the MJ-12 experiments.
Of course, Alex. Sorry, they say the brain freeze snaps off a few dendrites. So it's time. Your biomod architecture. It's universal? That's what reversed my coma?
Yes. JC wants you to meet him at Liberty Island. It won't be easy leaving New Cairo, though. The Templars have seized the arcology.
Don't worry about me. I didn't just come back from the dead to get killed hours before the big event. Join us at the statue. As MJ-12 used us, we've used you. But the commodification of ability is about to end.
Well done, Alex. Paul will join me on Liberty Island. I've constructed a machine that will populate the atmosphere with the particles that make up our biomod architecture. I may need your help against the force of Templars that has intervened. More when you arrive. Contact your pilot with the Flight Bay 23 beacon. Don't worry about Paul. I will arrange for his extraction.
Fine, go your own way. But don't think I'm going to ignore a threat to the world I brought back from ashes 20 years ago. The collapse was the work of your good brother, J.C. Denton, remember? My commandos will be waiting for you on Liberty Island, and so will I.
He's not wrong. JC did bring about the collapse. He did. There's quite literally nothing we can say that disproves that, because that is a fact. And the world has been a problem ever since.
What's that? Annihilation in progress. I detect a significant anomaly.
Guess it's up to me. Trying a grenade.
So now we've got the Illuminati, Templars, and I think the SSC all fighting.
You won't get away with this. You will regret this. I'm going to...
They can still be knocked unconscious. But they do release a nasty toxic gas, and then they just die, and then they disappear.
I'm right on your tail.
Jason Denton is ready for your help. Without you, the procedure cannot work.
What procedure?
He needs to upgrade the Helios
Yes.
core by merging it with your systems. With access to a living host, Helios will be able to regulate the planet-wide distribution of the biomod architecture.
So I'm going to be merged with Helios just like JC is?
Every person on Earth will be merged to one degree or another.
Just a minute.
We don't have time for many more delays.
With that... And with that... we have reached the point of the final mission. And so, at this junction, all I can say now is we're ready for the last mission.
What's the meaning of this?
Sunday. That is when we will handle that mission. All 4 of the endings, which are still oddly enough available to us. Plus maybe the joke ending. I'll see if I can't get the joke ending to go through as well. We have technically been supporting Apostle Corps this entire time. You could support any of the other factions. But as you can see, they're always really willing to forgive whatever you do for anyone else. Which is kind of weird. Kind of weird in a way, I would say. They know Alex is important. To everybody. But we'll see everybody tomorrow for Final Fantasy XI. And then Friday for a demo. It's a demo that's got me kind of interested. And then, like I said, Sunday, we'll finish up Deus Ex Invisible War. We'll see you next time.